What's up YouTube, Jerryland here with NOBA Tech, bringing you my behind the scenes video of how we do things here at NOBA Tech HQ. Today we're going to check out my camera rig, my studio setup, and how I make my YouTube videos. A little bit of cameraception going on today in the NOBA Tech HQ. So I got my Sony a7S II set up right there. I got this Sony a7S II set up right here so that we can kind of vlog things and get this behind the scenes shots. Here you'll see my Joby Gorilla Pod. This is the hybrid model. Up top we have the Rode Video Micro, and that's how we're getting our clean audio right here. And I actually have it facing, I'll show you here. I have it facing me so that I can get that clean audio that we all love. So this right here is my camera rig. This is how I set up my YouTube videos. And let's start with that tripod. So this is the Manfrotto 190 Go. Says it right there, 190 Go, and I really like this tripod. It's one of their lighter ones, and it's one of the ones that has a twist lock instead of one of those locks that open like that, and I really like that. I think it gets me set up a lot quicker, and I just think it looks good as well with that red and black, and this tripod is just very sturdy. It's a little bit on the pricier side because it's a Manfrotto tripod, but it is a great one. So check that out. I use the 190 Go, and it has the crossbar right here that can also go horizontal, which is nice when I need it. And right over here, I have a cheap little slider that I've reviewed that I use. This is, I believe, the Camera SD1 Mark II. And this is the one that usually has wheels on it if I want to take it off and roll it on the ground as well. That's kind of cool, but it just made my rig a little heavy, so I took that off. And sitting on top of that, we have the Manfrotto 502 head. This is an incredible fluid head, and it's also incredibly expensive as well, but it gets me all those smooth pans and tilts, and I absolutely love it. Up next, you guys all know my new camera, the Sony a7S II. This thing, I can't say enough. I just posted a full review of it, so if you want to learn more about that, check that out. Up top, we have the Sony full frame 28mm f2.0 lens. Also reviewed that a little bit inside my a7S II review video, so I'll link that below. Definitely check that out. But let's get to the actual rig part of it and show you how I set up my YouTube videos. Right over here, we have a little cold shoe mount. This thing is only 4 inches, and I like that because I want to keep my rig small. I like how compact it is. But it is from a company. Let's go behind right here, focus. It's from a company called Easy Hood. I think it was only like 10 bucks or something like that, but it basically gets me an extension cold shoe bar so I can add extra cold shoe accessories on it. So right here you'll see my iPhone 6 Plus attached with a Shoulder Pod S1. So that is the tripod or cold shoe mount that I'm using. And I just threw a little cold shoe mount under it, but it actually just has a regular tripod mount on it. Okay, so let's talk about this, why I have my iPhone up here. So I don't have an external monitor or external recorder like the Atomos Shogun or the Atomos Ninja. There's tons of monitors out there, but I found out that I could just attach my phone up here and use the Sony Play Memories app, connect my phone, and I can monitor myself just like that. And I just wanted to show you a quick little hack. Even if you don't want to use the Play Memories app, let's say you are shooting with a Canon or a Nikon or something like that, you can just hook your phone up like I did with a little phone mount like that, and you can just use the camera app in your phone. And it doesn't have to be an iPhone, an Android phone, whatever. You just flip it into selfie mode, and check this out. I'm right there, you can see me. I can frame myself up in my shot beforehand, and that's it. That's a super handy little hack that I found out, and I really love it. That's how I set up my videos, guys. So this little metal extension cold shoe mount I talked about is from a company called Newer, and what's cool about it is that it was also really cheap. I think I got it for like 12 bucks. It's 7 inches, and it can hold up. Well, I'm holding my Rode Video Mic Pro right now on it, but it can hold up a full DSLR. So if I wanted to put another camera and get a second B-cam angle, I can do that, which is extremely awesome. But I wouldn't recommend it if you have it on this, because this is just plastic. Like I said, this is a cheap, maybe $10 $10 cold shoe bracket, cold shoe extension bar. That one is 4 inches, and I really like how compact it is because I want to keep my rig small. So this is already getting a little big for me. Sometimes I won't even use my phone up there. I'll just have my Rode VideoMic Pro on top of my camera and just keep my rig nice and simple like that. But occasionally I'll set it up like this, and this is my full rig. This is the extent of it. Maybe someday I'll add a battery grip or an external battery. I'll put it on somehow, maybe Velcro it to this rig. But this is how I like it. I like to keep it simple, and I'll try to get some steady shots, but like I said, I'm just vlogging this handheld, so I guess you guys will get to see how good the Sony a7S II IBIS is, that in-body image stabilization. This is my camera rig. Hope you guys like it. Just for fun, I want to show you what my simple camera rig looks like when I don't want to set up all that stuff. So here it is. All I do is hook up the Rode VideoMic Pro with the Rycote shock mount on top of my a7S II, and I can get to shooting. That's it. It's getting hot in here, and I'll show you why. So right over here is my softbox of choice. This is from a company called Studio Pro. I used to use 2, and now sometimes I don't even use this softbox because the a7S II does such amazing video in low light that I don't even need that. So on this camera right here, I'll go ahead and turn that softbox off so that you can see what it looks like. So real quick, oh, that's on, turned it off. You can see that the quality is still amazing, and I haven't even adjusted any of the ISO, any of the aperture, anything at all. It just looks great, but let's turn that back on. All right, it got a little bit hot, so I had to take off my jacket. It's probably because these softboxes give off a lot of heat and of course a lot of light as well. So a little bit more about the softbox. I actually really like the ones I got because I got 2 for about 120 bucks, and these are actually really good quality, unlike some of the other ones I've seen out there. I think a couple companies are Limo Studio or Cowboy Studio or whatnot. They've got some okay softboxes for really cheap, but this one is really awesome. So it has 5 light bulbs inside of it, so 5 sockets, and it has 3 different switches, and each of those switches, so 2 of them control the 2 outside ones and 1 of them controls the middle one. So you have various settings of lighting that you can get, so you don't have to blind yourself with lighting or your subject with lighting. You can actually control how much lighting you're putting out. And one of these soft boxes puts out plenty of light, like I said, but I do have 2 of them if I do need that. But like I said, with the Sony a7S II, I rarely need that anymore. So that's pretty great. So these softboxes came with all the things I would need, all the materials, including the stands and some carrying pouches. So I definitely recommend that. I will put a link in the description below of these ones. I might be selling these, so if you're interested in just picking these up from me at a discounted price, hit me up on Twitter. All right, so I know I've already done a desk setup tour for 2015, for 2016. That one actually just came out, so check the link in the description below for that. Go check that out. But I've never really shown my full office, so I kind of wanted to give you guys a look around, and I've kind of shown you my camera rig and how I set that up and that side of it, but why don't I just do a quick walk through the NOBA studio? So check it out. This right here is where I set up one of my soft boxes. Usually I'll only use one nowadays, like I said. Back here, you'll see my little calendar right on the doorway when you walk in. And in this back wall is where I set up my camera rig. There it is right there. You guys have seen it now. That is one of the Alex drawers. The old one that I had, I just set it up there. And that, I've actually, fun fact, had this for 3 years now. Never opened it because I wanted to get my own place before I opened it because I used to have a bunch of roommates and I just wanted to keep it nice, but that is a long time review that needs to get out there. That is one of my favorite speakers. There's a sneak peek. I won't tell you what it is. You guys will have to wait and find out. Here is just a little dresser. Up top, some frames. My wife and I right there. And right there is a wireless printer. We like maps a lot, so we decorate our house a lot with maps. Windows. So over here we also have a fan, and then back here I've hidden a bunch of product boxes. Here's a bed because my office is also a guest bedroom. This thing is sweet. That is a giant chalkboard right there. And I have yet to put something on it because I haven't decided what I want to do with it. So if you have any suggestions, comment below. And here's a familiar sight. This is my desk setup that you guys all know and love. Like I said, check out the desk setup video if you want to see that. And last but not least, this side of the wall, there's a mirror, closet, and that's it. This is the NOBA Tech office slash studio slash guest bedroom. But that's a quick little tour for y'all. So one thing I want to mention is that this right here is mostly my setup. This is where I shoot my videos and that's kind of my background. But I've thought of making a second backdrop here. You know how I have these pendant lights right here? I actually originally was gonna put them right there and turn this into a second backdrop, which I think would be awesome if I had something cool drawn on there, or if I had NOBA Tech spelled out up there and subscribe, or my Twitter, Instagram, blah, blah, blah up there. So I don't know, comment below, let me know what you guys think I should do with this space. That's right above the bed, so I would just stand right there. That would be in the background. Maybe I could get some cool lighting to get some cool bokeh effects, but I don't know. This is where I usually film. That's my backdrop. You guys like it. Maybe I should do another one. Sometimes I film in our living room as well, so comment below, guys. So that video was a lot more fun than I expected to shoot. I thought the behind the scenes part of it was a lot of fun, and doing handheld and kind of doing that vlog style was a lot of fun. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that thumbs up and let me know so that I can try this more in the future. And that's about it. That's my behind the scenes video of NOBA Tech HQ. I've shown you my desk setup and parts of my apartment, but you've never seen the full office and everything inside it, or my actual camera rig and how I set up my YouTube videos. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, a quick little behind the scenes magic tour of what happens in this studio and how I shoot my YouTube videos. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button so you can find out when my next video drops, and make sure to check the description for any links or anything that I mentioned that you can find in this video. Thanks so much for watching. My name is Jerry Land with NOBA Tech, and I'll see y'all in the next one.